Yo, what's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got our 4 best NBA locks here for you today on Wednesday, February 28, 2024. We got player props, spreads, predictions here for you today. Like I said, we're going to have 4 picks, and we're going to have our For the Sweet parlay at the end. And we're going to be looking to make some real loot today. If you all are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers. Really 10,000 though, guys. I'm really pumped to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're going to be doing some giveaways and things like that. Parlay giveaway and hopefully some merchandise giveaway as well once we get there. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys also drop your favorite pick for today's action down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. I'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Also, make sure you guys follow us over on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at StraightFirePicks. More picks, content, added plays, ladder challenges, stuff like that. You'll find a lot of that information over there. Also, check out our Discord page as well. Same thing. You get access to the chat, announcements, more picks and ideas for research and stuff like that. Great way to keep up with us there as well. All right, guys, now a quick shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So as always, you see this graphic here up on the screen of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. Wanted to say thank you to all you guys through the good times and the bad. I appreciate all of your guys' support. If you guys are interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP today, there is a join button down below. We also have a link in the comment section in the description. Basically, the biggest added value that you get out of that is getting our picks and plays early, about an hour and a half to 2 hours in advance of the video. I post all our research and notes up in the community tab for our MVPs in advance of the video if you guys want the early lines and stuff like that. Outside of that, it's just a great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. The cost is just $3.99 per month, so the cost is about a coffee, and it helps support us here going forward. So I appreciate all of you guys, appreciate all of our MVPs. Let's do a recap now from yesterday, guys. So let's start actually with our comment cappers. For our comment cappers, we had a couple calls. We had Eric Me calling Max Strus over 8.5 points. Cash that. And Bet With The Boys had the Atlanta Hawks money line. It's a great call. It's there from our comment cappers. For our stream results, it was decent in our video. Not quite as decent, though, holistically. I mean, it was kind of a mixed bag. We ended up going 3-2 on our video picks, but 3-5 overall because we had 3 added plays all missed. Definitely had some bad luck, but we did cash day number 1 of our ladder challenge as well. So like I said, it was kind of a mixed bag yesterday. There were some good results, some not so good results. Hopefully you guys missed the added plays. But honestly, let's talk about them here for a minute. We had Tobias Harris under 16.5 points. He cashes that relatively easily, finishing with 13. We had the Pelicans minus 2.5 spread. They cashed that once again going away. My favorite play of the day, Evan Mobley over 2.5 assists for plus 150. He cashes that. That was a beautiful play. I love that one. I believe he had 7 assists. If you took him for like 6, you would have gotten some crazy money out of that. So, love that. Obviously, as far as our misses go, we had the Hornets on the spread. That was just a horrible call, guys. They ended up losing that game by, I think, 40 plus. Early on, I thought, I was looking at it, it was like the defense was playing good early. It's kind of going the way I expected. But then I looked in the second quarter and they were shooting 20% again. I'm like, yo, how do you an NBA team and you're shooting 20%? They're playing hard on defense, but you can't win. You can't stay in games shooting 20%. I don't care who you are. Especially versus a team like the Bucks that could score. The Bucks are going to score. I knew that to a degree. I did think the Hornets might be able to get their offense going a little bit more, and they did not. So that was unfortunate. Then we had Sengun under 14.5 rebounds and assists. He ends up cashing this in the third quarter, the over. So that one really wasn't that close. Our added plays were a little sick. I thought we were at least going to cash 2 of those. We had DeJounte Murray over 15.5 rebounds and assists. He finishes on the hook with 15, so that obviously hurt. Grabbed just 4 rebounds. Definitely could have grabbed more rebounds. I don't know what happened there. Colin Sexton over 8.5 rebounds and assists. He really wasn't that close. I wasn't expecting him to hit. I think Cade Cunningham under 26.5 points and rebounds. Really thought we were going to get this one. And he ends up going over late, so not a lot we can do about that. But that's okay, though. We did cash day 1 of our ladder challenge. We'll have day 2 out later, so make sure you guys look for that. Outside of that, though, let's get after today, guys. Let's get this 4-0 sweep. Let's get right into our picks here at number 1. We got TJ McConnell over 4.5 assists here for the Indiana Pacers, plus 126 odds on FanDuel. So, yes, this is another assist line that I love, especially for the value here on McConnell. A lot like Evan Mobley yesterday in terms of value and fairly, low as far as what we need. So He is 7 of his last 10 to this line, 8 out of his last 10 at home to this line, with no less than 4 assists in the last 10 home games. So even when he missed, and the 2 he missed, he still had 4. So he was right there. And here, this is a decent matchup with the Pelicans, who it's worth mentioning are on a back-to-back as well, which should also help him. As far as them being a little bit more tired and stuff. Pelicans allowing the 11th most assists to point guards, the 4th most assists to point guards over the last 7 games. So this defense definitely could give up assists to point guards, which is what we want. Obviously, for McConnell, who's going to play about 20 minutes, just so you guys know. That's what you should expect. So he's got to produce when he's in there, but he usually does. That's kind of the thing. That's what you get when you get a line this low and for the value that we're getting. But I really do like it. McConnell's been playing great, honestly. Whenever he's on the floor, he's instant energy and offense, and he kind of keeps that tempo going. And the tempo of the Pacers kind of makes up for those minutes a little bit, right? You know that you're going to get a lot of opportunities, even in a short period of time when you're looking at a Pacers game, because 5 seconds they could be up and down the floor, right? Especially with McConnell and Halliburton both. They both like to push the ball, which is what we like to see. He's averaging 10.1 potential assist over his last 10 games. That's pretty good for a line like this. I usually like to see that potential assist over the halfway mark, which would be 9. And he's at 10.1, which is honestly pretty good. He's 7 of his last 10 games, 7 of his last 10 at home with Tyrese Halliburton, which is obviously worth noting. And you also get the added value of, you never know, maybe Hallie doesn't end up playing. Maybe they do some, hamstring, maintenance on him. Not likely, but you get that added value, because if that were to happen, this is like an automatic cash, obviously. You wouldn't even really have to, you wouldn't even have to worry about it at that point. Pelicans, like I said, 11th most assists to point guards, 4th most over the last 7 games. Pels on the back-to-back should also help McConnell out as well. So, love it there for our number 1 pick. We got TJ McConnell, over 4.5 assists there for the Indiana Pacers, plus 126 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we got Coby White, under 32.5 PRAs here for the Chicago Bulls, minus 115 odds on FanDuel. Guys, White is 8 out of his last 10 to the under here at home and without Zach LaVine. So obviously we want to know how he does specifically without Zach LaVine. That's really the biggest thing. And he's been going under, particularly at home. Now on the road, it's a different story. I wouldn't take this on the road. But at home, he's been going under. And really, you got the Bulls here on a back-to-back as well. He played 41 minutes last night, so it could be a little bit tired. I don't know if we're going to see him play that kind of minute count tonight. You might, but he did play a lot of minutes last night. And this is a really tough matchup, which is the part I love about it the most. The Cavs here allow the fewest assists to point guards, the 7th fewest rebounds, and the 14th fewest points to point guards. So, really, it's pretty close to being what I would call a triple crown matchup, which is where you got top 10 in all 3 categories versus position for us here. But here, like I said, 14th fewest points, about closer to the middle of the pack there as far as the points. But I like Coby White to go under. He's gone under in 5 of his last 6 games versus the Cavaliers. The one that he went over was on the road. That was recently here on the 14th, a couple weeks ago. He did go over on the road at Cleveland. But here at home, he tends to go under. So I love him here in a tough matchup on a back-to-back at home to go under here. So love it there for number 2 pick. We got Coby White under 32.5 PRAs here for the Chicago Bulls. Minus 115 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 3, we got the Sacramento Kings plus 7.5 spread here versus the Denver Nuggets, minus 108 odds on FanDuel. First, let me say, I think the biggest thing I'm looking at here is the amount of points that we're giving up here for a team like the Kings. I think it's just too many here. I mean, sometimes it's as simple as that. They're playing the Nuggets. I know the Nuggets are great and everything, but 7.5 points versus a team they've had some good success against. I'm definitely going to take the plus points here on the Kings. Kings have won all 3 meetings straight up this year. So they've actually won all 3 meetings. You got De'Aaron Fox listed as questionable on the injury report for the Kings, but I still love Davion Mitchell backing him up behind him, even if Fox doesn't play. Sometimes a star being out actually helps, and kind of helps, players understand the role more. So you'd see Sabonis be a little bit more aggressive if that's the case. But either way, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with Fox being in. I'm fine with Fox being out, honestly. So, Kings here, 18-12-1 against the spread on the road. That is 4th best in the NBA. So, they're a very good spread team on the road. Not so much at home, which is where we faded them the other day and we cashed out on the Heat. But here on the road, the Kings The Kings tend to perform a little bit better here on the road. Nuggets just 13-13-1 against the spread at home, so they're a 50-50 team at home against the spread. And here, like I said, 7.5 points is a lot for a team like the Kings, right? We know the Kings are a pretty solid team overall. And the Nuggets have been nothing special at home as far as covering spreads. So, like I said, I love this here for the Kings. They've had great history versus the Nuggets. Let's lock it in. Let's cash a number 3 pick, guys. We get the Sacramento Kings plus 7.5 spread here versus the Denver Nuggets minus 108 odds on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 4, kind of similar to our Mobley pick last night. We're attacking the matchup here with the Mavericks. We got Scotty Barnes over 15.5 rebounds and assists here for the Toronto Raptors minus 110 odds on PointsBet. So his trends have been pretty strong overall lately. 6 of his last 10, with 2 of those losses that he's had landing on 15. So he's been right at this mark at 15.5, converting 60% over the last 10 games, which I like seeing that. We've seen him go over in 5 of his last 7 at home, with 1 landing on 15. So once again, easily could be 6 out of 7 there, but 5 out of 7 is still really good anyway. He's gone 2 for his last 2 versus the Dallas Mavericks with logs at 21 and 21, so we love seeing that as well. Mavericks here on a back-to-back only helps out Scotty Barnes here, right? Definitely the Mavs could be tired here going into Toronto, so you can see Barnes getting on the glass and also feeding his teammates, and especially with him being at home. I love that the most. And obviously, his role players are more apt to make shots at home where they're comfortable and stuff. So, Mavs here, 5th most assists, 6th most rebounds allowed to power forwards for the season, 7th most rebounds, 10th most assists to power forwards over the last 7 games. So, overall, this is a really good matchup for Barnes, guys, just like it was for Mobley. And Mobley hit the overs and everything yesterday as far as his rebounds, assists, and the combo line and everything. So, I think, once again, I think we could see that here from Barnes. He's averaging 14.7 rebound chances and 12.8 potential assists over the last 10 games. That's 27.5 opportunities total, which is pretty good. You're looking at, almost 30 chances to get this. And like I said, I think you could see the rebound numbers even go up in this game in particular. And obviously the assists, we just saw Mobley put up 7 assists. And he had a 2.5 line. If you're looking at Barnes has a 7.5 assist line. So Barnes should be able to, he's going to be operating with the ball. He'll have a lot of opportunities for assists, I think, too. So love it there, guys, for our number 4 pick. We got Scotty Barnes over 15.5 rebounds and assists here for the Toronto Raptors, minus 110 odds on PointsBet. All right, guys, now it's time for our For the Sweep Parlay. You will see that posted up here on the screen. We are officially putting 1/10 of a unit on this. To win almost 1.5 units, so hopefully we can cash that in and get a sweep, have a massive day in the NBA, which we desperately need right now. It's been a tough stretch, guys. Like I said, we'll have day 2 of our ladder out later. Now, if we cash all day 5, if we cash 5 days of our ladder, I mean, that'll make up for a lot of things. That will definitely be nice if we were able to do that. We're on to day 2, so let's see if we could get to day 3. Just take it one day at a time. I'm not going to think about trying to complete the whole thing. If you think about it that way, it'll look a little grim. But if you think about it, just getting through one day at a time, we'll see what happens. You never know what can happen, guys. So I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate all the support. You guys absolutely rock. And let's have a big day here in the NBA. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We will catch you all next time. Peace out.